Hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, YouTubers? Welcome everyone to WWE SmackDown and 205 Live Review. The shows from May 15th, 2018. Both shows were in London, England, just like Monday Night Raw was this past Monday. Sorry for being late for this review, folks. Lost track of time. But I'm here now, so let's get right to it. Starting off with some WWE SmackDown results. So your SmackDown again from May 15th, 2018 in London, England. Your commentators were Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. So let's just jump right into it. So we started off with Renee Young introducing Daniel Bryan to the ring. Daniel Bryan, getting yes chance as always. So basically, they talk about Daniel Bryan being in the Greatest Royal Rumble match for 75 minutes, and talking about how he defeated Big Cass, and while it was all going on, and also falling short against Rusev from last week on on SmackDown. Was at the time people were losing their minds because Dan Bryan lost the match. I'm like, chill out, people. Okay, it's not the end of the world that Dan Bryan lost a match. He's always been losing matches before, uh, beforehand, and plus he doesn't need to be in Money in the Bank. I said before, he doesn't need to be in Money in the Bank. Unless you want him to get hurt again. In that type of dangerous match where he could end up being retired permanently. So no, so yeah, while it's all going on, we're getting some loud Daniel Bryan chants. It will not stop. Even when Renee Young is trying to stay focused to do her job and everything, these fans will not will not stop chanting Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan he kept a straight face. But then all of a sudden, Daniel Bryan was he started acknowledging the fans of for cheering for him, Daniel Bryan and all that. So Daniel Bryan talks about how he that it was disappointing. Um, and he says that and sure, does he like losing? He said no. It says but he comes back. He could come back from it on that and says um he's just happy to be back. When it comes to be on wrestling, doing what he loves to do. And also we get and basically he wants to become WWE champion. He says that's gonna be his goal that he's now that he's back that he is officially back wrestling for WWE after WWE has kept him away from wrestling for 3 years. Now he's ready to he wants to be WWE champion. So then Big Cass comes out, or should I say Big Trash, and basically talks to Dan Bryan, about Dan Bryan running his mouth, and he is sick of it. And basically, I didn't care what Big Cass had to say at this point because Big Cass is saying that Dan Bryan is a loser and all that, and he lost to Rusev, and they made an excuse of why he lost to Dan Bryan at Backlash. His excuse wasn't because because he I'm just gonna say right here he lost at Backlash, yeah, because he didn't tap out because he was in pain. That was one of his excuses. He says he tapped out just because that he wanted to get back up and kick Dan Bryan's ass even more to basically beat up Dan Bryan. And I'm saying myself, that's the most dumbest, stupidest excuse I've ever heard that WWE has written for Big Cass to say that why he lost to Dan Bryan. If he wanted to beat him up, he could just beat him up and by beating him up during the match. That was so stupid. Who the fuck wrote that shit? I hope the guy wasn't Royal Dog Jesse James. I don't think he's that stupid enough to write that stupid garbage for Big Cass to say. Oh, I didn't lose. I didn't tap out because I was in pain. I tapped out because I want to get back up just to kick your ass even more. What? What? How does that make sense? That is so stupid. And then he brags about how Daniel Bryan's he's gonna still retire after he beats him up, and then go back home to his wife who wears the pants in the family and all that. And he starts marking Daniel Bryan doing yes, 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 and all that. Big Cass gets in the ring because he wants to I guess he wants to beat up Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan got the better of him. He got the upper hand on him. He went after the injured knee of, oh, should I say the 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 how WWE says it, the surgery repaired the knee, not that of Big Cass, whatever. Yeah, basically Dan Brown was going after Dan Brown. I meant to say was going after Big Cass's knee. I meant to say, my apologies. Referee comes out. Referee stops Dan Brown, but Dan Brown continues to go after him. He goes to the knee even more and goes for a heel hook to put more pressure to the knee. And at this point, Big Cass was held back, and Dan Brown was held back in the ring. And there you go. That was yeah. That promo that Big Cass, it sucked. It was fucking trash, just like Big Cass is. Big Cass is trash. But Big Cass, what goes to coming promos, he said he's the star. He's where the money is. Bullshit. I don't see any fans buying any of Big Cass's merchandises because I haven't seen it. Let alone I don't think people even pay tickets to see Big Cass perform, because I haven't heard anyone saying that. Oh, I'm buying wrestling tickets to see Big Cass. Nobody said that. Nobody are saying that Big Cass is the reason why I'm here to watch him. It's the reason why I'm here to see him. In WWE and all that. Nobody did. He's like Carmella, and I'll get to her later on too. Yeah, Big Cass is not a star. Big Cass is not a big star like he claims to be, and he's not the type of guy who's drawing money in WWE. He's not where the money is. The real guy who was the realest guy that did drew money for Big Cass and Carmella in that group was Enzo Amore. But moving on. We get Miz coming out to be on commentary during the match between the New Day versus the Bar to qualify in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And I think to myself, wait a minute. So this, I was like, okay, so this is going to be about tag teams Money in the Bank ladder match, right? Nope. WWE decided to scrap that. I heard before, they had plans to do a Money in the Bank tag team ladder match. And they also, Vince McMahon, he always changes his mind last minute. So now we're not getting that. We're just going to get men's Money in the Bank and women's Money in the Bank, and no tag teams Money in the Bank. I guess in a way, it worked out for some people, because some people didn't think the tag team Money in the Bank was going to work anyways. I want to see how they pulled off though. I want to see how they're gonna match to do this, because TNA I once tried this before. When it comes to oh my god, it was back when Kevin Nash, Scott Hall was there, the band. It wasn't good, folks. It was not good. Not saying that that was a bad decision that TNA made. Just say what was one. It could have been better. But yeah, this match. In this match, whichever team wins, of what I heard, because I heard it wrong, folks, based on who won the match. But whichever team wins will be the one to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Gino, what's going on? What you said there? I only care about Big Cass while he was with Enzo Amore. He was a good mouthpiece for the tag team. Yeah, he was just for the short things he said. While Enzo Amore is the one who did all the talking, and Big Cass just did a couple of words. I'm not saying that Big Cass is not a good talker. He can be a good talker, but the problem is he's got to deal with WWE's scripted promos. And one of them was about, I didn't tap out to Daniel Bryan at Backlash because I was in pain. I tapped out to Daniel Bryan because I wanted to beat him up even more after the match. That was stupid. Whoever wrote that, holy shit! I'm checking. I'm just having a head. Right now I'm having a headache just thinking about that. I just want to move on from that. But back to this, because that was stupid for whoever had Big Cat say that to Dan Bryan, and that was supposed to be the excuse why he lost to Dan Bryan. Whatever. But anyways, so this match happens. I didn't care about this match, folks, because New Day was in it. Fuck those three faggot bitches. And to make matters worse, they won. So now we got to deal with New Day, one of the members of the New Day, to be in the TLC. I mean, not TLC, to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's. They didn't make the decision yet. I guess not until next week. So and at that point, folks, I lost interest of the men's Money in the Bank. They could have them lose the Money in the Bank, whichever is going to be part of it. It doesn't matter, folks. Either way, New Day's going to be involved. It's going to be involved no matter what. Because if you remember back in 2015 when WWE had this TLC pay-per-view with the Lucha Dragons, the Usos, and the New Day, with Big E and Kofi Kingston being involved, while Xavier Woods was on commentary. And then in the end, Xavier Woods got involved at the end of the match, basically. So basically, that's what I mean about, and basically, I said on Twitter, by the way, that New Day's gonna be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and then someone called me out on it and said, I don't remember who it was, but shout out to that person. Said only one member is gonna be part in this match, and I was like, well, either way, it's not good. It's gonna be good at all because they're still gonna be involved. New Day's still being involved. They're still gonna be at ringside. Either they're gonna be on commentary or surrounding the ring. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. New Day is still gonna be involved with this, and it's gonna make me lose more interest of this Money in the Bank ladder match even more. So Gino, what you guys say here? I can see it as being Kofi Kingston because he is kind of a spot monkey. Well, I don't care. I really don't care anymore. Am I still gonna watch it? Yeah. But I'm just gonna just turn away from it. I just don't care anymore. I lost interest. I just now lost interest because you got New Day involved. So I don't care anymore. So we couldn't have the Bar be in the match. One member of the Bar, but we're gonna have New Day involved. I would rather just do the Money in the Bank tag team ladder match. Because I don't care. I don't care anymore. WWE just now made me not care about the men's Money in the Bank ladder match now. Fuck it. The New Day could lose, and now I still won't fucking care. Bludgeon Brothers, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They did a promo. They're waiting for their victims, and then they start using their bludgeon hammers to smash the cameras, whatever. We had SmackDown General Manager Paige backstage on her cell phone, talking to whoever. Excuse me. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville walks up and interrupts. As basically Mandy Rose bragging about defeating Becky Lynch to be where she should be in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's. Paige is like, nope, you didn't qualify for that. That was not a qualifying match, but she says that for this match it will be. And basically Mandy Rose says, that's great, I'll be her again. And then Sonya Deville was like, well, what about me? And it's like, don't worry, you're gonna get beat in the qualifying match too, with Becky Lynch and Mandy Rose in a triple threat match. And yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that match later. Renee Young interviews the WWE champion AJ Styles. I'll get to more about AJ Styles later on, folks. But basically, in this match, Renee Young says that AJ Styles is going to face Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event for SmackDown, and where the winner gets to pick a stipulation for Money in the Bank. Think about what I just said there, folks. AJ Styles is going to wrestle Shinsuke Nakamura, and the winner of that match gets to decide the stipulation of that match for Money in the Bank. So AJ Styles made some suggestions about He could pick any stipulation he wanted. Like, for example, he says, a Texas bull rope, Hell in a Cell, Inferno match. I'd love to see that, but at the same time, WWE is PG, so no matter. We're not going to see anyone get caught on fire. We're not going to see a Texas bull rope match being legit anymore. And as far as Hell in a Cell, there's not going to be any blood anyway, so what's the point? But Styles says no matter what, he's going to be Nakamura and blah, blah, blah. You know, how's the AJ Styles built and blah, 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 whatever. I didn't care, folks. Like I said, at this point of the show, I didn't care because you had New Day now being part of the men's Money in the Bank. At this point, I just didn't care anymore. Andrade Cien Almas with Selena Vega. Finally, they made their debut. Yeah, Andrade Cien Almas versus some guy from London named Jake Constantino. I don't know. But it was a squash, you know, just to showcase Andrade Cien Almas. He did his, his Meteora. He did his, bro. I guess to win. After the match, Selena Vega cuts a promo saying that, so this is SmackDown Live. I guess they were expecting more. Yeah, I was actually expecting more too with Andrade Cien Almas. You know, to wrestle someone who is not a jobber. You know. And it says that almost as pathetic as every superstar in the locker room. And says that, you know, SmackDown, they didn't come to play on SmackDown. They came to take over. So there you go. We get to a backstage segment with Rusev and Eddie English. Eddie English is basically insulting the city of London. You know, the people from London. Insulting them. And I say to myself, really, WWE? Really? And guess what? It didn't work. Because the fans didn't boo. The fans didn't boo. They didn't. They were just sitting there being silent. I could hear crickets during that that arena in London. You know, the O2 Arena. I think that's where we're at. That, you know, when any English was insulting these people in London. You know, basically insulting the Rolling Stones, other things that has to do with with England. But basically, it's about now, and then he also starts talking about the Money in the Bank, and he's about to sing, but then Lana shows up. Lana shows up and everything, and she says to Rusev, won't be any, you know, it won't be the only won't be the only guy to be in the Money in the Bank, because Lana wants to be part of the Money in the Bank too, when she goes up against Billie Kay next week. You know, next week on SmackDown. And by the way, folks, to me it's a lose win here, but I'd rather see Lana be in the match than Billie Kay, because if we can't have Peyton Royce be in the match, then I don't want Billie Kay be in the match either. But we'll see what they do next week. I think they're gonna have Billie Kay win anyways. You know, just to piss off fans like me off. And then they start, you know, doing the Rusev Day thing and all that. So I'm thinking about, wait a minute. So Lana's not thinking about plotting something against to get rid of any English. Because remember back, you know, about how long was that? About three weeks ago, I believe it was. That 3 or 2 weeks ago, either way, that Lana was talking to Rusev about, you know, something's holding you back when it comes to this whole Rusev Day thing. And then she looks at her in the English, like he's the guy who's holding him back. And they haven't done anything with that ever since. I thought, what they were going to do, they're going to have Lana and Rusev do a plot to get rid of Aiden English. You know, to do some kind of funny segments backstage and all that, whatever. You know, to get rid of Aiden English, but they haven't done that. And by looking at this, look at they forgot all about it. And what they just did here, they just had Lana to be a part of Rusev Day. Which, by the way, WWE, you should have done that a long fucking time ago. Let's get to this Royal Celebration, because Carmella defeated Charlotte Flair from Backlash, which was fucking bullshit, and because also because she's fucking garbage. But she had this Euroman Waters doing the introduction. I hated it. And then Carmella comes out. She starts doing the moonwalk in high heels. I see myself, wow, that's a better moonwalk I ever seen her doing the high heels than Rihanna doing moonwalk in high heels. You guys remember that one, by the way? If you follow Rihanna's music career, Rihanna at one point in her tour, singing and dancing to her song, "Please Don't Stop the Music," and she did a moonwalk, and it was the worst moonwalk I ever seen, ever, that Rihanna ever done, and because all because she was in high heels, and plus I don't think Rihanna doesn't know how to do the moonwalk anyways, even if she had high heels on or not. But Carmella, she's known to do a moonwalk with sneakers on, but when I saw her doing the moonwalk on high heels, I see myself, wow, she did a good job on the moonwalk in high heels than Rihanna has done in high heels, But still, Carmella to me is still trash. I mean, she's a good moonwalker, and I do like that she does the moonwalk. But by the end of the day, fuck her. She's fucking garbage. Mella is not money. Mella is trash. And Byron Saxton said something about, oh yeah, I'll say that for later. I thought that was corny what Byron Saxton said there. But Carmella comes out talking about, camping out at a hospital to see royal babies. Whatever. Oh, by the way, she had a nice outfit, by the way, a nice jacket with white stars on it. I guess to show some kind of style in London, England, and she was wearing all white, white high heels, white pants, white top. I don't remember what kind of top it was, but wearing a nice red leather jacket with white stars and all that. So yeah, whatever. But Carmella talking about how she beat Charlotte Flair. Talk about how Mella is money. No, Mella is not money. Mella is not drawing any money. Mella is not selling merchandise. Mella is not saying it's not having people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a wrestling ticket to see Carmella." And she said Mella is champion. Well, she got that one right, which is probably is a joke overall. And she says that she's better than each and every one of them. People from London, basically. She says she's better than Charlotte Flair. Bullshit. Better than Alexa Bliss. Bullshit. Better than Nia Jax. Bullshit. Better than Ronda Rousey. Bullshit. She even said that she's even better than Trish Stratus and Lita combined. Double bullshit. This was trash, folks. This was fucking trash. So, also we get Paige coming out to interrupt. And the crowds went nuts for Paige. So Paige basically says, but first on the crowd said, "This is your house," to Paige. Paige then announced that Carmella's going to defend her women's SmackDown championship at Money in the Bank against this person. And out comes Asuka. Last week, they did a segment with Asuka, kind of promo, saying that she wants to be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match because nobody is ready for Asuka. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say at this point, folks. Except for one thing. Asuka better win. Asuka better get that belt off of Carmella. If that's the plans they're going with, for Asuka to face Carmella at Money in the Bank. Yeah, Asuka's gotta win. She better win. And now let me get to the part with Byron Saxton. When Asuka was being announced to be the number contender against Carmella for the title at Money in the Bank, he says that Mella is in say something about how Mella she might change from Mella is money to Mella is in danger. Something like that. I was like, yeah, that was fucking corny. Again, Byron Saxton is fucking garbage, fucking trash. I don't understand why he's even on commentary in the first place, let alone even have a job in WWE anyways. He fucking sucks. Excuse me. So yeah, we're gonna get Asuka versus Carmella. Even though last week Carmella, not Carmella, even though last week that Asuka cut a promo saying that she wants to be in the Money in the Bank for the women's. But yeah, we're just gonna forget that now, right? So let me get Renee Young interviewing Shinsuke Nakamura, and basically want to hear her. She wanted to hear Nakamura's response about AJ Styles. So Nakamura says that Gino, you said trash Mella. Is good, Gary. That's good right there. Trash Mella. That's actually good. Good one, man. Good one. So yeah, back to Shinsuke. I'm sorry. Shinsuke said that what he does. What does chance mean? Because Renee Young asking Nakamura, do you think you have a chance to win against Styles? And basically Nakamura was being funny, obviously, and being annoying. I thought with him being annoyingly funny was it made me it entertained me. It didn't entertain me. And Nakamura says basically Nakamura was playing dumb and all that. And he says there's no chance. He says and it is certainly that he will win, and that Styles will get a knee to face, and another 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 knee to face. All that. So that part I meant Nakamura was being annoying, which I did enjoy that, by the way. And there you go. About folks, I'm so sorry, folks. Wrestling hour number 1. 2 matches. Hour number 2 started off with the celebration. I apologize for that, folks. I always do that, so I need to do that. So yeah, like I said before, Carmella's celebration was it started in hour number 2. So there we go. All right, let me continue on. All right, now after the Nakamura interview, we get to Becky Lynch versus Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. Winner of the match gets to qualify to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And as far as the match was, it was decent. At one point, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville working together. By the way, Sonya Deville, they gave her own theme music. Thank God. And another thing, her entrance was pretty cool too. By the way, basically her entrance is is walking to the ring and all that. That's not what I meant. What I meant was her entrance in the ring, where she was doing her punches and all that. Doing this because she's supposed to be the MMA fighter. Being portrayed as an MMA fighter, and also the light starts the lights in the ring started to what's the word starts strolling. The stroll lights. Kind of what I mean. How it means to do with Nakamura. When he make his entrance. The stroll lights. That's what they were with Sonya Deville when it comes to her doing this, and then boom, boom, MMA strikes. So but back to the match though. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were working together against Becky Lynch. And then Mandy Rose, in the match, goes for a quick roll up onto Sonya Deville, and Sonya Deville was like, "What are you doing? Like, are you serious and everything?" Becky Lynch tried to go after both of them, but then both of them beat them down. During the commercial break, they did a picture-in-picture commercial break, by the way. Becky Lynch was getting beat down by Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. At one point, she was getting some offense, Becky Lynch. And then Sterling was doing offense again. And then right before they came back to commercial break, Sonya Deville punches Mandy Rose. So yeah, I think that's done. I think that's done now. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. No, we'll see. We'll see what they do that next week on SmackDown. But the match continues. Like I said, it was a decent match. I won't. I mean, it was some parts that was sloppy a little bit, but it was still. I didn't think it was that bad of a match, but I thought it was pretty decent. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville when I added a couple times again in the match. Becky Lynch at one point tried to go for the arm the disarm her onto Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose counter it. So now it gets to the finish. So Sonya Deville was taking Sonya Deville with kicks taking down both Becky Lynch and Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose gets back up and knees Sonya Deville to take her down, and then Sonya Deville roll out of the ring. Becky Lynch grabs Mandy Rose by the arm, go for the disarm her. Mandy Rose had nowhere to go. She tried to get through the ropes, but unclear reach, and she immediately taps out. Well, actually, she hold on for as long as she can. Basically, she didn't tap out very quickly like Big Cass did and Backlash. But yeah, Mandy Rose tapped out, and Becky Lynch advances to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Good. Referee so too, by the way. All right. Before we get to what happened in the main event between Styles and Nakamura, we get a video vignette of Samoa Joe cutting a promo to Big Cass because next week on SmackDown, it's going to be Samoa Joe versus Big Cass. So Samoa Joe's cutting a promo to Big Cass about being big and everything, but it doesn't mean anything to Samoa Joe and all that. And he says he's going to beat Big Cass to advance to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Which, by the way, Samoa Joe should win because WWE fuck you WWE for still devaluing Samoa Joe by having him lose to Roman Reigns at Backlash. And then we get Billy Kay and Peyton Royce talking about Lana and everything. But first they talk about London, and then start talking about Lana. And they said how they're the future, and the future is Iconics. So yeah, next week it's gonna be Billy Kay versus Lana. Next week, which was already mentioned earlier on the show. And Lana's gotta win. That's all I gotta say. All right, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, where the winner of this match gets to pick the stipulation for Money in the Bank. It could be any type of match they want it to be for the WWE Championship. But this match was not about the WWE Championship. It was just whoever wins it picks the stipulation. Which, by the way, how I would have done this, how I would have done it, have AJ Styles pick someone from SmackDown to represent for him against Shinsuke Nakamura's pick to represent Shinsuke Nakamura so that they could go at it. And the winner of that match, and whoever wins in that match, then either AJ Styles guy or Shinsuke Nakamura's guy, wins the match. For example, if AJ Styles won, if AJ Styles guy would have won, AJ Styles picks the stipulation of this match against Nakamura for Money in the Bank. That's how I would have done it. And who I would have AJ Styles pick to represent him, I would have AJ Styles pick Randy Orton. Wow. I would have Shinsuke Nakamura pick Samoa Joe to represent him. There you go. But instead, WWE decided to have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura instead. And I see myself, wait a minute. If you're gonna waste this match on free TV, I could just save this for Money in the Bank. Based on who won, it should have been saved for Money in the Bank. But as far as the match was, folks, I wasn't into the match that much, but I thought it was pretty solid for what it was. So basically, in the end, Styles was trying to go for the phenomenal forearm, Referee's getting in the way. We almost got a referee bump again. I thought Nakamura was going to go for a low blow, but then Nakamura decided to lie, cheat, and steal like Eddie Guerrero. He pretended that he got low blow by AJ Styles, and then also Styles and the referees are arguing about that. Nakamura nails Styles in the back of the head with a forearm, goes for the inverted exploder, then goes for his Kinshasa to need the face type of deal, and gets a 3 count in the win. So yeah, the winner and the winner to pick the stipulation for Money in the Bank, Shinsuke Nakamura. And by the way, folks, again, based on how this match went down, there was no need for this match to happen anyways. This match should have happened at Money in the Bank. So Nakamura wins, but again, they should have done the whole thing where how I would have done it. AJ Styles picked Randy Orton to face Shinsuke Nakamura by picking Samoa Joe. Let Randy Orton and Samoa Joe have at it one-on-one, and say if Randy Orton beats Samoa Joe, AJ Styles picks the stipulation for the match against Nakamura for Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship. That's how I would have done it. But instead, they decided to waste this free match on TV, and Nakamura wins. Now, of course, I'm happy with Nakamura winning. By the way, Gino, I kind of getting tired of AJ Styles and Nakamura matches. I think you know what, Gino, I felt that way too. By the way, last night watching the match, I kind of felt that way too, because WWE, based on how they booked the matches from starting from WrestleMania, from the Great Royal Rumble, and then from Backlash. Backlash basically was my breaking point, because they were wasting my time. They were just wasting my time. Where Nakamura could have just been the WWE champion. I'm losing patience because of Nakamura not winning the WWE championship yet. I'm starting thinking now he's not going to win the belt at all. But yeah, Nakamura after the match was teasing, was taunting AJ Styles and everything, and the show ends because of that. So, folks, I'm gonna say it right now. Even though I should save for the preview. I'm losing. I don't think Nakamura's. I don't think that Shinsuke Nakamura's gonna win the belt. Nakamura can pick the stipulation all he wants. I don't know what stipulation it's gonna be, because he hasn't said it yet. Wait until next week. So at this point, Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank, whichever matches it's going to be for Nakamura that he's going to pick, because he won. At this point, folks, I'm just going to say it. Nakamura ain't win that belt. Am I going to be disappointed when I watch it? When I get a chance to watch it? Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I see this happen. Again, it could be whatever match Nakamura could be, and I still don't think Nakamura's going to win. So, well, to me, wait and see next week what's going to be. And WWE's going to drag this. It's going to be dragging this. For far too long. For next week. When it comes to doing a segment about it. So, but I think Nakamura will make it entertaining though. But still, I don't know. I just don't know. So, tomorrow wrestling for hour number 2, 2 matches. Tomorrow wrestling overall for SmackDown from May 15, 2018, 4 matches. Because you had too much talking on the show when it comes to Daniel Bryan, Big Cass, when it comes to the Celebration, and basically there was, folks, there was not enough wrestling. Yeah, so basically there was not enough wrestling on the show, and plus I didn't think to me I thought the show was just whatever, and I didn't think the show was entertaining that much anyways. Other than Nakamura, Daniel Bryan and the UK cross chant for Daniel Bryan, that puts a smile on my face because it just shows that WWE got something with Daniel Bryan here. For and they do realize that, but they just choose to ignore it every time. I mean, honestly, I was happy that he finally made his debut on SmackDown, but his match was just a microwave match. Because they whatever, whatever. So my overall strength for the show, 3 out of 10. To me, I think Raw was better because Raw had more matches and well, just and for good reason too because Raw is 3 hours too, by the way. Um, but I expect more from SmackDown. So there you go. That was my SmackDown review. Now let's get to 205 Live. WWE 205 Live results from excuse me, sorry, from May 15th, 2018. It will feature the UK stars because they're because same place, same arena in London, England. You got Vic Joseph, excuse me, Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson on commentary. So we get Tyler Bate versus TJP versus Kalisto versus Kenny Williams. So yeah, basically get a fair four-way match here. Um. Okay, Gino, you said I I've been watching 205 Love for weeks now, and I like it. Yeah, 205, 205 Love. Yeah, that's good. You're giving 205 Love some love. But yeah, you met 205 Live. But you met 205 Live. Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I agree with you though, Gino. Um, 205 Live. It's getting better, and yeah. And especially for this week too. I thought this week 205 Live was pretty good. So there we go. Yeah, like I said, this match, TJP, I'm sorry, TJP, Tyler Bate, Kalisto, Kevin Williams, they all did pretty good in this match, folks. TJP went to escape on one of Tyler Bates' earlier advantage in the bout, only to escape the ring and wait until the right moment to strike. Also, we get Tyler Bate getting it with Kenny Williams. We get TJP going after Kalisto. Then we start getting Kalisto battling on the top rope on with TJP, but TJP counter. Um, no, where basically Kalisto trying to go for the La Sombra. Then he goes to the mask. Basically, going after the mask of Kalisto, which I always hate that, by the way. This allowed Kenny Williams to strike Kalisto to recover. Kalisto and Williams go out outside the ring. Tyler Bate found himself in the ring alone with TJP, and with some fury of aggression strikes to TJP. He hoists him on his shoulders, going for the airplane spin, and then he's going to go for the airplane spin again. Get Kenny Williams getting in there, but then Tyler Bate uses TJP to hit him with it, and then he did the same thing to Kalisto. Oh, that was entertaining. The four wrestlers straight blows to each other before TJP goes for the submission holds onto Williams. And then he counters on Tyler Bate and Kalisto and get all three of them in submission holds. TJP, man, he is incredible when it comes to the submission moves. We get a lot of high risk moves going on between Kenny Williams, Tyler Bate, and Kalisto on the outside. It was basically jaw dropping when those type of moves happen. So Tyler Bate follows suit and Kalisto flatten him. Flatten all. I mentioned that by the way. I already mentioned that by the way. The hotline moves that they did. Williams, he moves on his high energy to strike and taking down Kalisto on the outside. Williams stops. Williams was stopped by Tyler Bate as Tyler Bate knocks him off the apron. Tyler Bate and TJP in the ring exchanging blows in the match, and TJP trying to go for the destination kick, his finishing move. Tyler Bate counter it, and then goes for his finishing move, the Tyler Driver 97, and gets a 3 count in the win. So your winner, Tyler Bate. And match itself, folks, was a very good match. A very good match. Well, will I watch it again in the future? Yes, I will. Who's that there? Kind of a notification there. So anyways, so then WWE next they did an announcement for next week. It's going to be Akira Tozawa versus Hideo Itami set up next week on 205 Live. Now here's the thing about this one, folks. I didn't get to mention this last week because I kind of forgot about it. But Hideo Itami was having a sit down interview, and they were showing a video highlights about Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa of them being a tag team, and then the whole thing with and then Hideo Itami says he never liked him. He basically saying that he never liked Akira Tozawa. He doesn't want to be a tag team with him. He wants to do things on his own, and yeah, and this will lead to a one-on-one match for them next week. So I can't wait for that. By the way, folks, these two guys are gonna kill it next week. I hope it's the main event. By the way, Akira Tozawa versus Hideo Itami main event for 205 Live. Let's go. Let's go. Main event time. Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and Flash Gordon Webster versus Drew Gulak, James Drake, and Joseph Connor. I meant to say. Joseph Connors. That's what I meant to say. My apologies. Yeah, we get a 6-man tag team match here. And folks, this ended up being a very good match too. So, but before the match started, first you had the 205 Live general manager, Drake Maverick, coming out on commentary. So here we go. So Cedric Alexander and Joseph Connors start out the match. Alexander strikes back on basically first Connors was in control, but then Cedric Alexander strikes back to get control, makes a tag to Flash Morgan Gordon. I mean Flash Morgan, meant to say Flash Morgan Webster, meant to say. My apologies. Webster kept Connors to the on the defensive offense, meant to say offense. Excuse me. Forcing a tag to Drake, James Drake, and also we get Drake and Webster going at it. Webster was being handled by Gulak in the match. Drake or Drew Gulak. I meant to say Drew Gulak. Um, at this point, on the heels, I heard some heel offense in the match. And also, I mean, so they're showing off some impressive chemistry with the partners of Ali, um, Alexander, and Webster. And also, we get a standoff between the two the two teams from across each other. Drake stops Ali's offense. At this point, Ali got tagged in. Fury with some cheap shots into the mixed section, which follows Gulak, I meant to say Gulak, for his team to take control over Ali's team. Then Ali attacks in Webster back in the match. Gulak remains with his resistance onto Webster. Excuse me. So Webster is fending off all three of his opponents, and makes a attack to Ali. And I should point out, by the way, folks, Webster at this point was during the match he was starting bleeding from the mouth. I think from the lip, maybe because lip opens like that. I don't know. And he was being earlier he was being checked on by the doctors later. While they were doing some spots to where all men were down in the match. It was pretty good though. But I wish Webster was part of that too. And like I said myself, it's comes to WWE, that blood policy thing. They got, there's nothing you can do at this point. Whatever, it's whatever. So, so in the end, Drew Gulak and Mustafa Ali are going at it. Mustafa Ali gets the better of Drew Gulak with the alternative DT, or should I say I think it was sort of like an alternative DT when we jumped off the turnbuckle and then got onto Drew Gulak and then turn it and spin around and bam, DDT him near to the corner where he goes for his 054 and gets the 3 count in the win. So your winners is the cruiserweight champion Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and Flash Gordon Webster. Excuse me. Now it's the end of the match, and again, folks, it was a very good match, back and forth action from two teams. And that's how the show ends. With the faces staying tall. Yeah, so basically the faces won the match this week on 205 Live, and yeah, a pretty good show. Talking about wrestling for 205 Live, 2 matches obviously. So my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 5 out of 10. No, in fact, I'll go 7. I'm gonna go higher than that. I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. It was 2 good matches, and there were segments too on the show too, by the way, folks. But it didn't run that long though. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10 for this one. It was a very good show. It was basically when it comes to 205 Live, it was a UK edition for 205 Live, and it was good. And I'm done. For your WWE SmackDown and 205 Live review from the shows from May 15th, 2018. And wrap it said, I'm gonna wrap up from there, folks. I'll see you all later on tonight when it comes to my NXT review later on after NXT. So that being said, thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr. Make sure you subscribe and take a shot with the Natural Born Thriller. Excuse me. Went down the wrong tube. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs down. Either way, choice is yours alone. And with that being said, folks, I'll see you all later on tonight for my WWE NXT review after NXT is over. But for now, peace on the streets. Talk to you all soon.